Who doesn't love Mozart's Rondo Alla Turca? The problem is that it's quite advanced, so it could take many, many years before you're truly ready to play it. So I decided to make a fun, simplified arrangement that is approximately at a late beginner level, maybe very early intermediate, just because of the fast tempo. I'll teach you how to play that today, and you can buy the score for just $3 on my website, pianoroadmap.com. I'm also posting this tutorial in my private membership, where members will get the score for free. If you've been looking for a little extra help in your piano learning anyway, and you're a beginner to early intermediate player, check out the membership and then you can get the score for free. We're going to learn this in 3 sections today. Section 1 and 3 are very similar, while section 2 is much different. When you begin a brand new piece, it's so worth taking the time to get an overall view of the piece rather than just diving straight in. If you already have an idea of what to expect, because you've taken this minute to get an overview of the piece, you save yourself a lot of time down the road. You probably recognize the beginning, right? So you already have an idea of what the final tempo sounds like. This arrangement is in 4/4 time and it's marked allegro, which means fast and lively. And it starts with a 2-beat pickup, so the piece begins on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There are lots of articulation marks like slurs, slurs to staccatos, accents, and staccato notes. And these are all essential to capture the vibe of the piece. Now, this is a fast piece, but that's not really the most difficult thing about playing this arrangement. The most difficult thing is the hand independence. The right hand and the left hand are hardly ever playing the same articulation. The right hand might be playing staccato while the left hand is slurred, or vice versa, or there's a 2-note slur somewhere in there while the left hand is always staccato. It's always changing, and these articulations are very important to bring out the character of this piece. It's very playful. It's like a dance, right? So it is a Turkish dance. That will be your most challenging part. Now, in the membership, I'm going to release this tutorial as well. Members get the sheet music for free, but also in a week or 2, I'm going to release an extra video that dives a little bit deeper into technique, how to bring it up to tempo, and dealing with these issues of hand independence and ways that you can improve your hand independence and your ability to play different things with each hand. It's in the key of A minor, which means no sharps or flats in the key signature, which is nice. However, there are a few accidentals to look out for. Also, notice these repeat signs. So you'll play section 1, then repeat, then play sections 2 and 3, and then repeat those sections again to end. Now, let's zoom in just a little bit and look at recurring rhythmic patterns. The most obvious one is 4 eighth notes followed by a quarter. And then it happens again. There are also 4 quarters followed by 4 eighths and a half note. Now, we don't have to go through all of these patterns together right here, right now, but it's worth noting these as you learn this piece on your own because our brains love patterns. And again, you'll learn this much faster if you consciously recognize those patterns. Okay, let's learn section 1. Right hand begins finger 4 on B. Right away, we have a G sharp. Then finger 1 crosses underneath the hand to play that A. You'll want to make sure that your hand position has enough space underneath the palm so that the thumb can easily move back and forth, and you want to make sure that your wrist is flexible so that you can pivot as needed rather than this stiff wrist feeling. All right, so 4, 3, 2, thumb under, and now we're in a new position. We started here and we're already here. Then 4, 3, 2, thumb under again, 3. So not only do we have a rhythmic pattern, but we also have a fingering pattern. 4, 3, 2, thumb under, 3. Same here. And then B, G sharp, and I like to crescendo on this. Da, dee, da, 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 dee. All right, let's play that whole line, right hand, slowly. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1. The left hand, A minor chord, just broken up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're still playing a basic A minor chord, but the pattern changes. Now it's bottom, middle top, back and forth. Change. As you work on this piece, pay attention right away to the articulation. Don't let yourself get away with, well, I'm just gonna play this and put in the staccatos later, because it's gonna be very hard to change it once you've already programmed your body into playing this way, you know? And it sounds kind of flat. Right away, even at a very slow tempo, articulation, get it down right away at your slow tempo, even if that means you practice one measure, a half measure, hands together at a time. Line 2, left hand moves to E position. And these are all staccato. Right hand, we were here, high C with that accent, and then staccato, A, C, all staccato. Hand position change, 5 to B. Watch F sharp. And together. So that's the basics of section 1. Section 2, we have a hand position change in the right hand. We were here. Now, same note, different finger, change to 2. Quick C major chord here. Now, notice the fingering 1, 2, 4. This is because of what's coming up. Typically, we learn to play these kinds of triads or chords 1, 3, 5. But because a note coming up is this A, we want to make sure that we have that 5th finger ready to go to play that A. Echo. Move 2 to C. Now A minor, 4, 2, 1. Echo. That's the end of section 2. The left hand section 2, we were here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then beats 3 and 4 are the next line. So 3, 3, 4, and then the left hand comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Change hand position to A position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slur, echo. Change, left hand. Echo. End of section 2. Section 3 starts out just like section 1. Changes. Okay, so left hand, we were here. Now we're keeping the A minor chord. We're just going to move finger 4 to A and 1 and 2 to middle C and E. 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, then bottom note F, A, D sharp. So from here to here. The last line, we've got some big chords here. So this is an A minor chord, but inverted, because here's A minor. And if we invert by taking the bottom note to the top, then we get this. And we can invert again, take the bottom note to the top. And there we are. So it's an A minor chord, just with the notes scrambled up a bit. And then D, F, B. Another A minor chord, inverted. Back to this chord, D, F, B. All right, so slowly. And pay attention to the fingering that I'm using. 1, 2, 5. Change to 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5 again. 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What helps me is to follow the notes in a line. So rather than trying to reassess every single note in a new chord, I keep track of the bottom note, for example. E. What is it doing in the next chord? Well, it's just moving down a step. What about the next chord? Just moving down a step. And then I can notice, well, the top note does that as well, just moves down by step. Down by step, down by step. It's the middle note that does a skip from A to F. We skipped over G. Here it's just a step. Just a step. Keep track in your mind of what's going on between those voices, and that will help you play that line more successfully. All right, so this was the last chord, and now change 3 to E. You're going to play another E, but with finger 1, and then end 5 on A. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand starts the same. Rest, slur to staccato, rest. All slurred. This is all the same. To change. G sharp here. 3, 1, 2, 1. So A, E, F, D. Cross over. 3, 2, 1 to 1. And we count this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and So that does it for today. I hope you enjoyed learning this piece. Now remember, if you want to dive deeper into this piece and many others, check out the Piano Roadmap membership where you can get this score for free. Otherwise, it will be available to purchase. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.